Hey everyone, this is Giro-shan looking at a plant. I am back in Starfield with the second part of my examination of the Kepler. This will be the Kepler R, which I already have, and I'm here at Havershaw.
Drought action may be new, but it has allowed us to learn from the others.
So I'm going to do basically alteration of my ship. And we're going to examine how the ship looks and what's going on with it, etc. So here is the raw Kepler R. I haven't done anything to it. You can tell because the thing that bugs me the most are these things, okay? And the reason they bug me the most is they're lopsided. If you tote them up, then basically you get a lopsided load on this ship. So we've got two of the reds over here, and we got two of the greens. And then over on this side, we've got a red and a green and a gray and another red. And then over back up front here, we have another red. So if we look at these, on one side we've got 435 and 435. Okay, I got two of those. So that eliminates these two, right? So we'll move all those out to the side. Then we got a green. Okay, so that's a 320. Then we have a green. We don't have a green. This is 320, this is 210, and then I got another, which is a red, which is a 435. So I'm like 600 over, 500 over on this side. And if you look at it from the perspective of mass, it gets even worse. This mass is 44 and 68 and then two 92s. We got two 92s and a 68, and then we got a 52 and a 92. So they're balancing out to this. I don't think so. And yeah, I get it. Okay, it's space. You don't have to be as concerned with weight, but it's just redonkulous. And I always wonder why every ship lists to the right as they try and land on a planet. But there we have it. So the other thing that bugs me about this ship is all of these here. Okay, so each one of these 700T HE3 tanks gives you 400 fuel. So on top here, you've got two on each side. That's 1,600 fuel. Now, to jump from one side of the settled system to the other, it takes you right about 400, a little less than 400. With 400 fuel, you can make it from one side of the settled system all the way out to Serpentis. So, from Tau Ceti to Serpentis, I could go look at it, but I believe that's far less than 800. We've got double that here. And then, if you look underneath, we got three more. 1, 2, 3. So, what are they trying to do here? Nobody knows. I'm just letting you know nobody knows. So, this is yeah, it's a great from a purely exploration standpoint. Supposedly, it could be really good, but we're just not interested in that much stuff. So there we have our errant thing. So looking at all of this, we got 435 times 5. That's about 2,000, 2150, 2150, right around there. And then I've got three of these 320s, which makes another 900. So that's 2,000 plus 900, 3,000 plus another 60 is 9150, right? And then I've got, more still. So, yeah, we got plenty of cargo. We just need to deal with it. Now, the other thing, we've got a bridge type setup here where we're not sticking out the front. So what is the joy of this particular cockpit? Well, the joys are right down here. Okay, so we got some weapon mounts on the side, weapon mounts underneath, and then we got connector. I actually think that's a connector, not a weapon mount. So we got two weapon mounts below. We got connectors. If you put plates on those other connectors, you can have those as weapon mounts as well. So it's not really, I mean, putting it here, which not only that it doesn't like to fit, but it's not really, the cat's meow. So we're going to remove that one too. I'm going to put this back here. Now, these parts I really like. I'm going to move them out of the way, and we'll put them back in a different order later. So back in the back, we've got these, lots and lots of these. And again, I do not like side or rear mounted. So we're going to push this out here, which means we're going to want another one of these, but we'll worry about that later if we need it. I'm going to take off some of this dressing, and we might put it back, we might not. We'll just take it off for now and have it out of the way. Over on this side, we got the same thing. I'm just going to move it over next to those. Alright, now we got three engines. So the three engines, if you look down at mobility, gives us a mobility of 55. That's really pretty cray-cray and terrible. So we're going to take those engines off, and I'm just going to delete them. These are the 2200 Supernovas in case you want to think about them later, because a fourth one will solve the problem. So here we are. I like engines that are more or less straight across. So if we replaced these with three engines, what three engines would we use? Well, we just did previously to this mission, we got access to these bad boys, the SAL 6830s. Now these are wicked awesome for a lot of reasons. Notice with two of them, I'm up to 42. Add that third one and move it up where the other one was, and I'm at 70 already. Okay, 70 with just three engines, and if you look here, I saved 3 engine power because these engines only cost 2 points to use. The other ones that we had up there cost 3. So we're going much better speeds, much better pushing the ship around. So I'm going to push this up one more. And no, I'm not, because I'm going to take off a top layer anyway. We're going to push this down. And one more. There we go. Then we're going to take that and move it right there. And now we've got 4 engines. With 4 engines, we've got a 92 mobility, but I still haven't done anything about cargo room. Now we got 4,100 cargo space. Now, this was advertised at 3555, and the reason we've got more is because we're using cargo spaces. And remember, I'm using the mod that is improved cargo habs, which means every hab has a cargo value. If it says cargo hab, has a cargo value. So here's a storeroom, and that storeroom has 200 cargo. So that's one. Here we have a battle stations. Here we have a bracer. So we've got one right there. We got a mid-bracer, mid-bracer. We got a lot of stuff that's not a hab, that's just making mass. But let's go down here and look at the front first. I'm going to pull that out of the way. And then now I have this battle stations, which is a 2x2, which goes off to the right underneath this, or above this cowling. And then we have these pipes, which, that's okay, fine, I'll leave them. It's not going to plex me out, but we've got a double layer of nothing here, where we took out those tanks. So what I like to do is I like to add in to a halves. So I'm going to go over here to halves, and I'm going to add in a 3x1 all-in-one berth. Then below that, I'm going to add an engineering deck. And we're going to attach it in the same basic place. 3x1. Now, I don't want to interrupt my 3-in-1 or my all-in-one with too many ladders. So we're going to try and force the ladder down through that storeroom and then forward to engineering, and hopefully that works and we don't have anything coming down out of our all-in-one. So this leaves us an open space here, which we could fill with a lot of different things, but I think for right now we're going to leave it empty and just see what we want to do. Now remember, this is a freebie ship, so any money you're spending is money you're spending. As a matter of fact, I'm going to fix this problem right now. This is an all-in-one. So if I have a attaching up, is that going to work? It might. Let's see. I believe if I put a bay, I can't get the bays. That's right, I have to stick with this bay until I get someplace that has other bays, like my... Alright, come on. And we'll stick with that for right now. And it is no longer attached to a companionway, it's attached to the engineering deck. So let's see, I think we're going to have to change that. Pull that forward. And I'm going to just push this out of the way for now and put that in, and hopefully still will be okay. And if not, we'll move things around until it becomes okay. Okay, so there we are. Now, it's important that we make sure that we have not messed up our connections. So our landing gear connects to these different pieces. So one connects to these landing gear and the other connects up above to the engine bracer. So we're still good from that perspective. So first time I did it, I left it laying, and one of them wasn't connected to anything. So now the other thing is, I don't see a reason why this has to be so tall. We have some space here, so let's take this, move it over here. Let's take this, drop it down one, put it in place right there. Now, up top here, we're going up to a slim line. The slim line can be top or bottom. Here's some more windows that we don't care about. I mean, we might care about them, but we don't care about them right this minute. Alright, so I'm going to pull these side pieces off just so we can see what's behind them. And what we see here is we've got a mid-bracer, that's what's kind of holding it all together, and then these landing gears, and an infirmary, above which is the mess hall, which is a 2x3, which means it's the full width of the ship. So the first measurement is how many from front to back it is, and the second measurement is how many it is from side to side. So a 2x3 fills up this entire layer. Below that is the battle stations on this side. So we're doing good on those so far. And then in here we have a captain's quarters, and we have a storeroom, and a storeroom. So again, remember that's 400 cargo space. So let's do this, and we'll move this all out of the way for right now and see what we're going to do with it later. So the thing is I want to put something here. I'd prefer it's not just another mid, so what I'm going to put there is a storeroom. And I'm going to put the storeroom there because I can use the storage space. So we're going to drop this down. Right in there. So it nestles right in. Come on. Sorry, finger in the wrong place. I'm just going to delete these. I don't need them, and they're confusing my numbers over here. So right now, I've got 130 mobility. And we're down to 600 cargo. Cool. Not really, but it's cool. We're okay with that. So let's drop this down here, and let's take this one and put it up right above it. Now we wanted to put something behind that. So we had a captain's quarters. We're not going to use a captain's quarters, but we're going to put one there. Or maybe we're not. Let's see what we want to do here. We've got another one of these things that we can put right there and call them a mount. And then we can have that there. And I want to change that. Let's see. I currently have 6 max crew. I have a battle bridge, right? That gives me 4. And I got rid of the cockpit, which gave me another, like 4. So we need another cockpit. I might do that. Let's call this something else, but first let's put in a new bridge. I went the wrong way. Alright, come on. Oh, where's the big one? That's not the big one. Oh, I'm not high enough level to get the big one. Okay, fine. I'll just put this one in. Now, the interesting thing about this bridge is it does not connect on the back. It connects on the bottom. So that's immediately a ladder down to here. So we'll look at ladders here in a little bit, but in the meantime, looking at what we're doing here, we've got our 4 engines. I like them like that better. Then we get something kind of stylish there. I don't know if I like exactly how that looks, so let's take that off. Take one of these, put it right there, duplicate it, flip it over, and put it underneath. I think that's too low. I'll take the whole thing, raise it up one, come on. Oh, no connectors back behind. Okay. So let's do this then. Oh, that looks good. I like that. Still could be up one, but it's fine like that. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to flip that around. Another one underneath. Oh, I can't because of that, can I? Can I move it back one? I think I can. Like the little engine that could. That's kind of cool looking. I like that. But we haven't put any of our cargo space back. So let's put some cargo space in. I can put the galleon. That is 950. Or I can put this one. Like that. Does that break anything? Let's see. I still have a connector in front, and this one does not, but the ones above and below it do. So that'll hold it in place. Okay. This in because we're going to need a shield eventually. Then we're going to duplicate this. And what I could do, since nobody's really going to see this, flip it around and make a more stable connection. Not that it makes any difference whatsoever. Like so. And get the nifty little triangle there, little hole. So I like the way when I look at this, I can see that my engines, I have 4 engines now instead of 3, and I'm using less power and getting better mobility. And this is at 3340, which is really kind of a good number. I got 200 of it hanging out here. We've got to figure out what to do with it. And we got this thing. underneath we have a mid-bracer moving to a storeroom. Do we need that for something besides holding the engine in place? No. So if we replace that, right there. Now that's not connected to anything. So then we're at 3,500. We're still at 100 mobility. Our mass has gone up to almost 1,000, which is where I want it. So our hull, just so you know, is our hit points. So I want our hit points to be, similar to what they were before. So this, I think, is going to go right there. It's a nose cap, but I think that looks all right. And we're going to move another one over there. I think I want that on the bottom. Maybe I'll end up keeping that on the side. I don't know, I really don't like it. I guess I can always move that around. These go. We get some engines, some of these we don't really care what we're doing with. Yeah, up front here we got a couple of, we got a laser and a laser. Just GP, I do not use lasers. General practice, I do not use lasers. I'm going to put this right there for now. Actually, I think I want a braking thruster there. Where are we going? There we go. All right. And what I did before on one of mine was I added some Nova Galactic wings here, which then mounted weapons on, and then I mounted some back here as well, which I probably won't do that this time, but yeah, I think this is looking kind of good. Now notice how it's flatter than it was. Just so you know, this was at the top before. I have not moved it up or down, so we've gone down at least two heights on this bad boy, and we're very similar as far as stats go. So let's drop this down, put it there, and then I think we'll put one of these there and one on the other side. Where did I just put that? Oh, it's still in my hand. There we go. Now, as I said, I don't use lasers, so let's get rid of those. And that nose cap. And let's look at weaponry. Oh, first we need to look at this reactor. We've got a Theta Pinch B9, not a bad reactor, it's a 24. Let's see what we have. We have... Why are you way down there? We can't even get those Theta Pinches. But there's a 29 Fusor. We'll take that. Yank this out. Put this in. Delete that. Now we're at 29 reactor, which is doing pretty well. Now these are 1,000. Look and see if there's anything better. I'm going to put these come on. Right here. And that can fire forward. So this right there. I'm just going to throw these on there for now. I am really not enamored of them, but they came with them. Cuts our cost. So we're already spending, 300,000 credits. And now we need some good weapons as primaries. So we'll go to weapons, go to B, look for the PBO 175s, which I can't get. I can get the PB 175s, which is what we'll get for now until the other ones become available. One there, one there, one, come on, one there, and one there. Now we'll add those into the mix. And we're 34 out of 29, so if I have 2 points, which is my average, I have about 2 points of a-neutronic. I don't think I have any with this guy, but normally I try and have 2. And then I have Vasco and Andromeda as 2 of my crew. Each one of them give me 1. That gives me 31 minimum. If I have any, that adds on to that, so 32 if I have 1. Gives me only 2 points short of full. So that's probably good until I get a better reactor or some more stuff that I can do. So now we're still here and we've got some open stuff, but I think we're actually in a good place. And notice that the hull is 921. It's a little lower than I like. I think you get more from the other reactor that I had. And so as we get a bigger reactor, we'll go to those same theta. The theta C, I believe, will push us over 1,000. And then we got 3540 cargo, which is about what we had before, because remember I had an extra 600 because of my mods. And then our jump range is 28, mobility 100, and a mass of 2725 with a top speed of 130, which is standard for C engines. And it's a better sleek, looking ship. The only thing that I say that's missing is a front entrance, which is really simple. You just take this off and put one on right there, and then you'd be fine. You can, if you want to, you could remove something in the back here, which would drop down your cargo space, push this back one, and then move the um, mount the other thing here, um, which would make it not stick out so far. It would stick out as far as the one that's there now sticks out, so that wouldn't be so bad. But that's my take on the Kepler. Now, we talked about which one is better. So this one is a good ship. Let's not get away from that point. This is a good ship. I'm going to go ahead and pay for this. $335,000. In case you didn't see that number, I'm going to actually let you take a quick look. It's $335,637 to do this. It's a C ship. We bought a reactor. That was what, 70,000. So I mean, or 40,000, 50,000 or more. We bought weapons. Those are, expensive. Weapons are not cheap. They're 10 to 20,000 a piece. So, I mean, we bought new cockpits. We bought some new habs. And we, streamlined the ship. We made it better. So we made it better. It cost money to make it better. So we got credit for everything we sold off. Granted, it's the 15-20%, whatever you get. But still, we kept the ship mostly the same. We didn't really change much. So we'll take a look inside here in just a minute. But I wanted to show you the difference in stats. So this is the Kepler R, and you can see the stats here are 29 reactor, 7 crew, 28 jump, 966 shield, particle beam 116, and ballistic 44. It's valued at $98,757. That's how much they'll give me for it if I sold it to them. Now if I go over here, this is my current ship. You can see that my weaponry is lower. My reactor is the same. I get one more crew, way less jump. The shield is about the same. So this is the crossbow, considered one of the better Type C, Class C ships that you can capture. And it's a good ship. But look at the cargo, 2950. So that's less. The hull is a touch more because, we've got the better bridge on there for one thing. So, anyway, that's the difference between the ships. Did I have fuel? I must have had fuel because, oh yeah, I had all kinds of fuel. So, I mean, those are some of the differences in ships. I mean, you look at the different ships. I mean, here's a Chicken Hawk. That's a C. I made it a C. It was a B. I put a C reactor in it, same reactor. You see that my hull is a little bit higher because I have some other parts that add to it. And then the Kepler, which is a nice ship. So I'm going to make it my home ship. Exit out of here. We're going to go have a look at the interior. So here we are, as you may recall, at the bottom of the ship. So behind us we have some cargo holds, some cargo habs, 2 of them. And we'll see how the ladders are. I don't know how they're going to be. Looks like we have to go forward for the first one. And here it is in the engineering bay. So we go up from the engineering bay. Behind that we have a battle bridge. Is this forward? Might be forward. Yeah, it is forward. No, this can't be forward. So in front of that we have a crew quarters. 3x1. Can we get up to the... Alright, come on, stop it. Oh, here we go. We go over here and we have a infirmary. Oh, come on. Sorry, I have different levels of skill on all these people that I play, so some of them can jump all the way with one jump and some of them cannot. And that'll be the way to get to the bridge. Or maybe this will be the way to get to the bridge. That's the bridge. This is what's behind the bridge. Oh. There's a captain's quarters. I never did change that. And then forward here is the bridge.
Hey, how are you?
With our resident child. And yeah, I mean captain's locker, and I don't know what she was doing in captain's locker. And the armillary. And let's go fly around and see how she flies. I don't do this all the time, but I did it on the other one, so we'll go ahead and do that. And I got to take a picture of it anyway, so for the screenshot. Let's see. I need to go into photo gallery, and I want to get rid of some of these. And put 2 points in there, 2 points in there. So now our power is completely done. You can see I'm 3 points short. I don't have Andromeda on my crew, I don't think. So I look at my crew. I do. No, I don't. That's my ship's crew. I got Vasco giving me 1 point of aneutronic fusion. Sarah doesn't count, so I'm only using 3 out of my 7 crew. It might be all I can do. My skills say I get to use 3 crew members, and that's it. And I have to spend 5 more points before I can unlock that. Aneutronic, I need 8 more points before I can unlock that. So I won't be doing that for a while. And those are my skills. Nothing really important there, other than the fact that I can drive a C. So here we are, and let's go up a little bit, and then we'll go into photo mode. And there she is. And let's use that for our screen print. And let's see how she flips over. Not terrible for a C. And now we'll flip around to the side. That's not bad at all. And then a roll. I don't usually drive from out here, so I'm not as precise as I am when I'm in the ship. The sun about at the top. There we go. So that's our roll. That's our maneuverability. We got 185 with Sam on board. And my skills add another 10%. So we get 20% added speed. So this touted speed of 130 goes up to 180. And with Andromeda, you get another 10%, by the way, on your speed. And then we're going to go ahead and hit our boost. And we get up to right about, I missed it, about 500 or something. Get distracted by their conversation. So, that's the ship. And let's get back inside. There we go. And we'll go to all stop.
You keep installing new cool things in your ship. It's like Christmas every day.
And then go to bed. So this is that's it. That's what I did with my ship. You can leave the other bridge on here. Usually I would kind of do that until I can get the big bridge, because I like the big bridge better. I think it's a really nice bridge. It's not my favorite, but it's a good bridge. But this one works just fine. And there you have it. So this is Giro Shen saying, hey, be excellent to one another, and peace out.